alignment on a JL Wrangler, same 4-door, 2-door, Rubicon, non-Rubicon, all the same. This one's a little bit unique compared to what I usually deal with. So this is the thing. The rear solid axle, completely non-adjustable. So you can by all means look at the numbers, but you can't change them. Mainly you just want to make sure your thrust angle is good. For the front, we got camber, non-adjustable. Caster, non-adjustable. And toe, adjustable, but it's kind of weird. So check this out. If we were to illustrate the adjustments, it explains it's got a primary toe adjustment point, and that's to set the total toe. And then it's got this is just walking through the steps, and then it's got another adjustment point that's actually to center the steering wheel. And it's kind of hard to understand looking at the pictures in the manual, so I just did it. I've got my numbers really where I want them, but I'm going to show you. So check this piece out. Alright, so on this one, if you look, alright, so this right here, from this tie rod all the way through to the other tie rod is considered the tie rod. And basically you'd loosen this clamp, and then you'd grab this with some channel lock pliers or similar, and then you're basically lengthening or shortening the tie rod. So if you look at that, if you shorten the tie rod, it's gonna put both tires toe in like this. So that would be shortening the tie rod. So to shorten it, logically, you'd loosen this, and you're gonna turn this in this direction. That's gonna be threading it in and shortening it up. Now, if you wanted to, if you had toe in and you wanted to get straight, you'd actually lengthen it, which would turn it in this direction. So positive toe on this is toe in. So turning this, if you're looking at it from here, right, like it'll make more sense from here. If you wanted to get toe in, you'd actually turn this clockwise. And if you wanted toe out, you turn it counterclockwise. Then you get your toe, total toe, all dialed in, right? So our total toe is actually this number compared to this number. So we're pretty much at 0 total toe right now. Maybe 0 to 0.01 total toe. It's very low. You want that essentially straightforward. Then this is where it gets confusing. If your steering wheel is off center, so if you get total toe, first you do the total toe. Now if you jump in there and your steering wheel is this, the way that you're gonna fix that is actually the drag link. So you'd again loosen this clamp, right? Like here's where we were, there's the tie rod. Right over here, there's the drag link. You could loosen that, and then you would turn this, and as you adjust this, it's gonna change the overall direction of both wheels together, because this is your connection from your pitman arm, which comes off your steering box, and it goes to this side knuckle. So, and this knuckle essentially uses this tie rod to control the other knuckle. So it's kind of a weird procedure. I think it's mainly because it's a solid front axle. It's a little bit more old school. So typically we don't see drag link stuff here, but hopefully that helps you understand what the drag link is. Now when you go to do it, you'll be just running through wind toe. That's what I always recommend, right? Go here, just with wind toe, right? It tells you one tie rod for adjusting total toe, one drag link for adjusting steering wheel position. Yes, yes. Now we got to jump in there and actually lock the steering wheel, which I did already. So this is your total toe adjustment. This is with that. This is with that tie rod end. With that tie rod, I should say. Here, this one. When you got that in the money, which I already do, then it's going to say start, lock, level the steering wheel, make sure everything is cool. I'll even show you that I did. And my steering wheel was slightly off center. This car's brand new, but the steering wheel's been off center slightly the whole time. Let me jump up in there. So I got it locked, I got it leveled, I sat right in there and made sure I'm really happy with it, and then shut the engine off, And now all you really do is you're just going to turn that drag link adjustment, which is up here, right here. You're just going to turn that and literally just make it so the wheels appear to be pointing straight ahead on the screen. So you lock the steering wheel first, and then you make these go straight. And then you just verify it, which I already did. I jump up in there and I say, hey, the steering wheel looks good. I'm happy. And finally done. And then just make sure you torque those clamps to spec. All right, so I just jumped in. You know, I figured I'd really make sure I'm happy with it, and I'm almost happy. But my steering wheel was just a hair off center. So I'm actually gonna adjust a little bit more. Now I got it 100% where I want it. I noticed when you start it, it does change a little bit. This has, you know, when the power steering works, it does kind of change. So look, that left toe at 0.13 and that right toe at 0.04, that's telling me right now the wheels are turning a little bit to the right. So I've got this locked. I'm gonna make those equal. They're gonna go straight right now, so check that out.
Okay. Go.
Okay, so because I got plenty of time to do this job and I wanna have it just a little more perfect, I'm just literally loosen this clamp up again. And now, the truth is, I don't remember which direction to turn. I'm gonna try one direction. Okay, so I'm gonna turn that way. Check the screen. Look at the computer screen. Okay, so let's see if this is getting better or worse.
Oh, I think.
Oh, maybe? No, definitely getting worse. So normally I'd run wind toe, but on this car it doesn't really help to run wind toe. So I'm just going to adjust it while watching. So this isn't changing my total toe. All this is doing is straightening my steering wheel out. And you can see they're getting closer to even. All right, I overshot, and I've turned very little so far. It doesn't take much to adjust. Okay. The machine's always a little slow to respond. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll bounce the whole car, just bounce it up and down a little. Okay, 6 and 11, quite perfect yet. Come on, baby. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. Bounce a little. A little more. Slow response. Okay. Bingo. I'm gonna stop it right there. I'm gonna do a thing more. And then I'm just gonna tighten up this clamp. Check out what I'm doing. And then, make sure I get the wrench on that one, right? And then, let me grab the camera. See what happens when I'm doing that work is, as I'm tightening it and stuff, I move the tires, which is not a big deal. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna jump up in there and start it and steer ahead. So, I mean, it was pretty much there. Probably customer wouldn't complain, but the purpose of the video, I'm gonna jump up in there and see how it looks right now. So, because down there, you can force the steering wheel to move. So, take that off. Okay. Actually jump in, park, start it, do a little wiggle, and then basically what I like to do is look at the screen and make it go straight. I'm telling you, the slightest little movement makes a big difference on this one. So, okay, right there is straight. That's how the car is going to go straight down the road, because those numbers are equal. The toe, the actual toe numbers of 0.09 and 0.08, that's going to go straight. It's always going to split the difference. Now I look at my steering wheel. Am I happy with this? In this case, yes. I am happy with this.